Have you ever felt your hands tremble as you reached for a simple cup of coffee? Or noticed your legs hesitate halfway up the stairs as if they've suddenly forgotten their strength? Maybe you brushed it off, blaming a poor night's sleep or a long day, but deep down, a quiet fear begins to whisper. Is this the start of losing control over my own body? Right now, as you sit and listen, 5 silent killers could be secretly devouring your muscles, foods you eat every single day, hiding in plain sight in your kitchen. They're not the obvious enemies you expect. They don't shout their danger. Instead, they work quietly, stealing your vitality one meal at a time, and they target older adults the most. Stay with me until the end of this video, because we're going to expose these hidden culprits. One of them might be a fruit you've loved since childhood, another a vegetable you've always trusted. I'll also reveal the simple, powerful swaps that can help you reclaim your strength and protect your muscles for years to come. Now let's begin with the first one, white bread and refined flour, the comfort that betrays you. Picture this, an early morning, the soft hum of a kettle in the background. A slice of white bread pops up from the toaster, golden and warm, its surface glistening as butter melts into every pore. Or maybe it's a flaky croissant, delicate layers crumbling between your fingers, perfectly paired with a cup of black coffee. It feels like home, doesn't it? A taste of childhood picnics, lazy Sundays, and simple joy. That same comfort has followed you for years. The sandwich that kept you going through long workdays, the pasta that eased your hunger after a hard week, the cookies that sweetened moments of stress. But behind that familiar warmth lies a quiet betrayal. Beneath the golden crust hides a thief in disguise. White bread, refined pasta, cakes, cookies, donuts, anything made from processed flour has lost its true nourishment. What was once a wholesome grain, filled with fiber to aid digestion, magnesium to calm the nerves, and B vitamins to fuel your muscles, is now just an empty shell. Through industrial grinding and bleaching, all those vital nutrients are stripped away, leaving behind a ghost of what once sustained you. What's left is nothing more than a powdery mix of starch and sugar, bleached to an unnatural white. Its heart, its true nutrition, has been carved out, leaving behind a hollow imitation of real food. It's designed to delight your taste buds while quietly sabotaging your body from within. The moment you take that first bite, the damage begins. Slow, silent, and invisible. Those refined carbs dissolve almost instantly, flooding your bloodstream with glucose like a dam bursting open. Your pancreas rushes to contain the surge, flooding your system with insulin in a desperate attempt to restore balance. You don't feel a thing, no warning, no pain, just the familiar comfort of fullness. But beneath that calm surface, a quiet war is already raging. That insulin spike doesn't just handle sugar, it ignites inflammation, a slow, smoldering fire spreading through your tissues. Think of it like rust eating away at iron. It gnaws at your muscle fibers, weakening them and interfering with their repair. The amino acids your body needs to stay strong and active are now trapped or wasted in this hormonal storm. Meanwhile, your body misreads the overload as a signal to store fat, wrapping it around your abdomen, thighs, and even your joints. Over time, the effects accumulate. Silent, steady, and devastating. Your joints, weighed down by extra fat, begin to ache and protest with every step. Your muscles, deprived of proper nourishment and weakened by constant inflammation, slowly waste away. This creeping decline has a name: sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that sneaks in quietly, stealing your strength before you realize it's gone. But it's not just about appearance. It's about freedom. The freedom to climb stairs without gasping for air, to carry groceries with ease, to stand up from a chair without struggle. And here's the cruel twist. The very foods you reach for in moments of comfort, those soft dinner rolls, warm pancakes, and sweet birthday cakes, are paving the path toward that loss, one bite at a time. Yet, there's hope. You can fight back by replacing those silent saboteurs with foods that fortify your body instead of breaking it down. Imagine a hearty slice of rye bread, its earthy flavor proof of its natural strength, or a bowl of lentil pasta, each strand filled with muscle-loving protein. Pair them with powerful allies like olive oil, nature's anti-inflammatory liquid gold, or grilled salmon, rich in omega-3s that soothe and repair your tissues. These are more than just meals. They're armor for your body. They steady your blood sugar, preserve your muscles, and help slow the rust of time. In the end, the choice is simple. Cling to fleeting comfort or nourish lasting strength. Which one will you choose? Now let's move on to the next silent killer, orange juice. The sweet lie you've been sold. Close your eyes for a moment and go back in time. You're a child again, maybe 8 or 9, sitting on a wobbly kitchen chair, your bare feet resting on the cool linoleum floor. Morning sunlight streams through the window, casting warm golden streaks across the table. There's your mom, dad, or maybe your grandmother, sliding a tall glass of orange juice toward you. It sparkles in the light, golden and perfect, tiny bits of pulp floating like flecks of sunshine. The glass beads with condensation, refreshing, inviting. Drink up, they say, their voice full of love. It's full of vitamin C. It'll keep you strong. You take a sip, and the sweet, tangy flavor fills your mouth like pure sunshine. It's more than just a drink. It's comfort, tradition, and care all poured into one glass. For decades, we've carried that belief like gospel. Orange juice as the symbol of health, the morning ritual that keeps illness away. But here's the painful truth. That bright, cheerful glass, along with its cousins like apple and grape juice, has been fooling us all along. It's not the hero we thought it was. It's a silent enemy, loaded with sugar and false promises, quietly undermining the very muscles and strength it claims to protect. It's time to uncover what's really hiding behind that sweet taste. A whole orange is one of nature's finest creations, round, vibrant, and packed with life. Beneath its dimpled skin lie juicy segments brimming with vitamin C, potassium, and antioxidants. But the true secret of its strength lies in its fiber, that natural structure that slows digestion and keeps your body in balance. When you eat an orange, peel it with your fingers and enjoy it piece by piece. Your body receives the full benefit. The nutrients are released gradually, your blood sugar rises and falls gently, and your gut stays healthy as the fiber feeds beneficial bacteria. But when you squeeze that same orange into juice, everything changes. You strip away the very thing that makes it healthy, the pulp, the pith, the fiber, leaving behind nothing but a concentrated liquid loaded with sugar. What remains is a blast of fructose with no protective barrier. Just one 12-ounce glass of orange juice can deliver around 36 grams of sugar, more than a can of soda. And without fiber to slow it down, it hits your system like a wave. That sudden surge doesn't disappear quietly. It races straight to your liver, the body's metabolic engine, forcing it to process the overload. Unlike glucose, which your muscles can burn for energy, fructose becomes a burden, a one-way path to metabolic chaos. Your liver races to process the overload, churning out triglycerides, fatty compounds that spill into your bloodstream, coating your arteries and clinging to your organs like unwelcome guests. Imagine that slow buildup, an oily film spreading quietly through your body, expanding your waistline while fueling hidden inflammation. That silent fire doesn't just burn fat, it eats away at your muscle tissue. Without fiber to slow absorption, your blood sugar rockets upward, triggering a surge of insulin. For a brief moment, you feel energized, but then the crash hits. Your energy plummets, your mind fogs, and hunger returns with a vengeance. Your muscles suffer most in this cycle, deprived of nutrients and stability, weakened by inflammation, and stripped of the steady strength they once had. It's a betrayal disguised as sunshine, a drink you trusted to keep you healthy, slowly tearing you down, sip by sip. And then there's the trick it plays on your mind. When you eat a whole orange, your body recognizes the effort, your teeth working through the pulp, your stomach filling with fiber, your brain signaling satisfaction. But drink a glass of juice, and it's gone in seconds. 300 calories of sugar that barely register. Your satiety sensors flicker with confusion, leaving you reaching for more food, even though you were never truly hungry. Science confirms this deceptive trap all too well. Liquid calories never satisfy the way real food does, leaving you hungrier, heavier, and weaker as time goes on. Yet the juice industry continues to sell a comforting illusion. Commercials filled with freshly picked oranges, glowing with sunlight, and slogans promising 100% natural goodness. Its marketing brilliance masking a nutritional trap. Compare it to soda, condemned for its sugar overload. Yet orange juice slips by under the guise of health, even though ounce for ounce, it's often just as damaging, sometimes worse, and your muscles pay the price. Inflammation slowly eats away at protein, while fat takes its place, draining the vitality that once came so naturally. But redemption lies in the simplicity of nature itself. Whole fruits, an orange you can peel, a handful of strawberries, or a crisp apple with the skin on, need no marketing campaign. They are steady fuel, rich in fiber and real nourishment, not empty sugar. For a morning lift, blend fresh strawberries with Greek yogurt and a sprinkle of chia seeds for protein and balance. Or go minimalist. Squeeze lemon or lime into a glass of cold water. It refreshes your body without deception. Your muscles will thank you with quiet strength. Each step firmer, each movement easier, each morning brighter. The truth is simple. The real gift was never in the glass, but in the fruit itself. Whole, unbroken, and honest. Close your eyes and picture it. A thick, rosy slice of ham folded neatly into your sandwich, its salty scent stirring memories of childhood lunches. Or maybe it's the early morning sound of sausage links sizzling in the pan, their rich aroma filling the kitchen with the promise of comfort. Then there's bacon, those crisp, golden strips snapping and crackling in their own smoky symphony. For many, these aren't just foods, they're traditions, small comforts that connect us to simpler times. But behind that familiar taste lies a cost most people never see coming. The convenience, the nostalgia, the ease of tossing a few slices onto a plate, all come at a price. For older adults, that price is steep, paid not in dollars, but in health, mobility, and time. The secret behind that long shelf life and tempting color isn't magic, it's chemistry. Processed meats owe their appeal to nitrites and nitrates, preservatives that keep them pink and fresh-looking. They sound harmless enough on a label, buried among other additives. But once they enter your bloodstream, they ignite a quiet storm, a low-grade inflammation that spreads slowly, like fire smoldering through dry grass. It's not something you feel right away, but over time, it takes its toll on your body from the inside out. It works quietly, creeping through your muscles and wearing them down cell by cell, stealing the strength that once let you lift a grandchild or rise easily from your favorite chair. Bite after bite, day after day, this slow irritation weakens your foundation, leaving you more fragile than you'd ever imagine from something as ordinary as a slice of deli meat. Then there's the saturated fat, thick, glossy, and deceptive. It's not just there for flavor. It's an active saboteur. Picture your arteries as wide rivers, once flowing freely with oxygen-rich blood feeding your heart, brain, and muscles. Now, imagine that fat settling in like silt after a heavy storm, clogging those channels until the current slows to a crawl. Your muscles, starved for oxygen, begin to tire sooner. Your legs grow weak halfway through a walk. Your arms tremble carrying a grocery bag. And as if that weren't enough, here comes sodium, the silent accomplice. Processed meats are drenched in it, each crystal preserving their shelf life while overloading your body. The result? a strain on your heart, your kidneys, and your strength itself, all hidden beneath a taste you've come to trust. This isn't just a pinch of salt sprinkled over dinner. It's a flood that seeps deep into your tissues, acting like a greedy sponge. It draws water out of your cells, leaving your muscles dry and vulnerable to painful cramps. Think of those sudden leg spasms that wake you in the middle of the night, or the stiffness that lingers in your joints come morning. With every salty bite, your body dehydrates from the inside out, quietly draining the strength that keeps you steady and mobile. You might argue, but processed meats have protein. And yes, technically they do, but only a trace of what your muscles truly need. That small amount is buried beneath layers of fillers, preservatives, and chemical flavorings. It's the illusion of nutrition, not the real thing. Like searching for gold in a muddy stream, you might find a glimmer, but you'll wade through waste to get there. Now picture the real deal waiting in your kitchen. A fresh chicken breast sizzling on the grill, its juices locked in, delivering over 25 grams of pure, muscle-repairing protein with every bite. Or wild-caught sardines, rich in omega-3s and clean fuel for your body. These are foods that rebuild and protect your strength, honest nourishment that gives back instead of taking away. Their silvery bodies, packed tightly in a tin, glisten with omega-3 fatty acids, powerful nutrients that calm inflammation like water-extinguishing fire, while strengthening your heart and easing stiff joints. Now picture a golden egg, its yolk glowing like sunlight on your plate, rich in protein, healthy fats, and brain-boosting choline. It's nature's multivitamin wrapped in a fragile shell. These aren't mere substitutes, they're revelations, real foods bursting with nutrients that lift you up instead of breaking you down. Processed meats may seem like old friends, quick, familiar, comforting, but in truth, they're wolves in disguise, quietly eroding your health with every bite. For older adults already battling the wear of time, this isn't just a small indulgence. It's a risky trade-off that drains vitality and weakens muscle over time. Think about the years you've earned, the strength you've built, and the resilience that's carried you through. Why surrender that to something pretending to be your ally? Choose better. Choose slow-roasted chicken that melts in your mouth, sardines filled with ocean-born energy, and the humble egg that holds the power of renewal in its core. These are the true allies your body needs, foods that respect the journey you've walked and give you strength for the road ahead. You are worth far more than quick fixes or convenience. You always have been. Now, let's talk about a so-called hero that's been hiding a dangerous secret: raw spinach. For decades, spinach has stood as a green giant in popular culture, the symbol of vitality made famous by Popeye's clenched fists. It's a vegetable that seems to wear its reputation like armor. Picture those deep green velvety leaves curling with quiet confidence, their color so vivid it feels alive. Bite into it raw, and it offers a crisp, earthy snap. Cook it, and it transforms into something soft, rich, and comforting. It's the ultimate kitchen chameleon, humble yet bold, versatile yet proud. Spinach has been praised for its iron, antioxidants, and vitamins K, A, and C, nutrients that sound like the alphabet of immortality. For years, it's been the shining symbol of clean eating, the leafy badge of health itself. You'd trust it completely, wouldn't you? But here's the twist. Beneath that heroic image, raw spinach hides a secret so subtle it can quietly weaken the very strength it promises to protect. Beneath its nutrient-rich surface lies a hidden saboteur, oxalic acid, a chemical trickster with a quiet but destructive touch. Picture the scene. You're at your kitchen counter, a colander brimming with fresh, dewy spinach leaves glistening under the light. You toss them into a salad bowl or blend them into a vibrant green smoothie, feeling proud, certain that every bite or sip is strengthening your body. You imagine your muscles growing firmer, your energy rising, your health glowing from the inside out. But deep inside, something else is unfolding. Oxalic acid is hard at work, pulling off a silent theft. It sneaks up on two of your body's most vital allies, calcium and magnesium. Calcium, the steadfast builder of strong bones, and magnesium, the tireless spark that fuels every muscle movement. Together, they're the quiet power behind your balance, strength, and endurance. Yet oxalic acid has no respect for their mission. It binds to them tightly, forming tiny, insoluble crystals, like invisible cages that lock these nutrients away. Once trapped, your body can't use them. And just like that, your bones and muscles lose two of their greatest defenders, all because of a leafy green you thought was your hero. Those vital minerals, calcium and magnesium, pass through your system untouched, like treasures lost at sea, leaving your body to struggle on its own. At first, the effects are barely noticeable. Maybe a small ache in your thigh after a short walk, or a bit of stiffness in your fingers after a long day. You shrug it off, thinking you just overworked yourself. But when raw spinach becomes your daily ritual, salads every lunch, smoothies every morning, the toll begins to build. Nighttime cramps start to claw at your legs, waking you from sleep. Your stamina flickers, your energy fades, and even simple activities begin to feel harder than they should. Your muscles, once strong and reliable, quietly weaken, drained by a hidden deficiency you never saw coming. And the danger doesn't stop there. For some, those trapped oxalate crystals accumulate over time, forming sharp deposits in the kidneys, painful reminders that even the healthiest foods can betray you when overdone. But spinach isn't the enemy. It's a hero that simply needs taming. The key lies in heat, your greatest ally in the kitchen. A quick sauté, a light steam, or a brief boil can neutralize oxalic acid's sting, turning this green trickster back into a true friend of your health. Heat is the quiet hero that disarms spinach's hidden threat. When those leaves meet warmth, whether from a quick sauté, a gentle steam, or a brief boil, the oxalic acid loses its sting. The heat unravels its molecular mischief, reducing its grip and allowing the iron, antioxidants, and vitamins to shine freely. Cooked spinach becomes a revelation. Its texture turns tender and velvety, its flavor rich and comforting. Add a drizzle of olive oil and a hint of garlic, and it transforms from a gamble into a nourishing gift. Science backs this up. Cooking can cut oxalate levels by 30 to 50%, depending on the method, turning this potential foe into a powerful ally. But if you're still devoted to your raw greens, there's another smart option. Diversify your plate. Bring in kale with its hearty curls and lower oxalate count, letting calcium and magnesium flow freely to your muscles. Add arugula for its peppery brightness, or Swiss chard, romaine and collard greens for balance and variety. Each one contributes something unique: strength, flavor, and protection. Blend them, mix them, rotate them. Because in the end, variety isn't just the spice of life. It's your strongest armor against hidden harm. This is a matter of strategy, not sacrifice. Balance is your greatest shield, protecting you from risk without taking away the rewards. Moderation is your sharpest tool, cutting through excess to keep your body in harmony. A handful of raw spinach in a mixed salad, or a few leaves blended into a kale-based smoothie, those are perfectly fine. Think of them as accents, not the main act. But don't let spinach dominate your diet day after day. Rotate your greens wisely, like a seasoned general managing troops. Cook when possible, and pay attention to your body. Those small cramps or aches are gentle warnings before the real trouble begins. Spinach is a hero worth keeping on your plate, a true nutritional powerhouse celebrated in both science and culture. Yet even heroes have their flaws, small cracks in the armor that demand respect. Use your knowledge as a guiding light. Choose wisely, very often, and you'll keep this green warrior as your ally, not your adversary. Now, let's turn to another silent saboteur hiding in plain sight. Coffee. That first sip feels almost sacred, doesn't it? The warmth in your hands, the rich aroma curling upward like a gentle spell, and the sharp, earthy taste that wakes your senses. It's more than caffeine. It's a ritual of comfort, a companion through early mornings and long nights. But beneath that familiar buzz lies a cost few talk about. Science applauds coffee for its rich antioxidants, polyphenols, and chlorogenic acids, those powerful compounds that sweep through your cells, neutralizing free radicals and calming inflammation. In moderation, coffee is indeed a gift. A single cup, with its 100 to 200 milligrams of caffeine, sharpens your focus, revs up your metabolism, and even gives your muscles that extra edge during a workout or morning walk. 2 cups enjoyed slowly can feel like a surge of vitality, a steady hum that carries you through the day. But beyond that point lies a line too many cross without realizing it. 3, 4, even 5 cups. And the friend you once trusted turns into a quiet thief. The signs start small, a faint tremor in your hands, a racing heartbeat you blame on stress. Yet beneath the surface, caffeine begins its silent plunder, depleting calcium and magnesium, the minerals that fortify your bones and keep your muscles strong and flexible. Each extra cup accelerates the loss, washing those nutrients away through your urine like sand slipping through your fingers. You don't feel it at first, until your legs cramp mid-step or your hands begin to twitch without warning. The research is clear. Every cup drains 4 to 5 milligrams of calcium, adding up over weeks, months, and years, quietly weakening the very foundation of your strength. It's a quiet kind of decay, bones growing brittle, nerves fraying, a body running on empty without realizing why. And then there's cortisol, the stress hormone caffeine calls up like an uninvited guest. That third cup doesn't just keep you awake, it flips a switch inside your body. Suddenly, your system floods with cortisol, as if you're preparing to fight off danger instead of finishing your morning tasks. In small amounts, that response can sharpen focus and energy. But when coffee becomes a constant companion, cortisol turns destructive. It begins breaking down muscle tissue, converting precious protein into fuel instead of using it to rebuild. The strength you've worked for, the endurance, the stability, starts to slip away. And that's not all. Caffeine lingers long after the mug is empty. Its half-life stretches for 5 to 6 hours, sometimes even 10 if your liver processes it slowly. So when night comes, your brain stays alert when it should rest. Deep, restorative sleep shortens. Growth hormone levels dip. You wake up groggy, with eyes heavy and a body that feels unfamiliar, like it's running behind schedule. The damage builds quietly at first, then suddenly takes over. By midday, that 4th cup has you jittery but drained, strung out like a puppet on worn threads. Your stomach rebels, acid bites at your throat, and your focus scatters, your mind chasing thoughts it can't seem to hold on to. By the afternoon, that 5th cup of coffee feels less like a reward and more like a weight dragging you down. The jitters set in, your energy crashes, and what started as motivation turns into exhaustion. Your strength, both physical and mental, slips away, leaving only the shadow of the person who began the day full of optimism. This isn't productivity, it's punishment. But the good news is, it doesn't have to be this way. Coffee can still be your ally, your spark, your muse, if you use it wisely. Keep it to 2 cups a day, about 8 to 16 ounces total, and treat each one with intention. Drink it after a meal when food helps buffer the acidity and slows the caffeine surge, protecting your stomach and keeping your energy steady. Stop by noon. No exceptions. Drinking later throws off your body's natural rhythm, stealing from tomorrow's rest. Some people can sleep soundly after a late espresso thanks to fast caffeine metabolism genes, but most of us aren't so lucky, and the restless nights tell the story. Choose quality over quantity. Go for organic beans free from mold or pesticides, and brew them fresh to avoid the bitter staleness that often drives us to add extra sugar. When the afternoon slump hits, resist the temptation for another cup. Instead, turn to gentler alternatives. Green tea offers about 50 milligrams of caffeine, balanced with L-theanine for calm focus. Black tea delivers a slightly stronger lift, still smoother than coffee's jolt. And if peace is what you crave, chamomile can soothe your nerves like a soft melody. Feeling adventurous? Try adaptogens like ashwagandha, rhodiola, or holy basil. They steady your energy and protect your body from stress without the crash that coffee leaves behind. A teaspoon of adaptogens in your water or smoothie can keep your energy steady. No jitters, no crashes. And since coffee acts like a mineral thief, it's important to replenish what it takes. A handful of raw, unsalted almonds restores magnesium and healthy fats. Sprinkle in some pumpkin seeds for zinc and a satisfying crunch. Pair a banana, rich in potassium, with a small square of 85% dark chocolate, whose cocoa antioxidants mirror coffee's own benefits. Hydration, however, is non-negotiable. Caffeine's diuretic effect quietly drains your body, deepening fatigue if you're not careful. Match every cup of coffee with a glass of water. Add a few slices of lemon or cucumber for flavor and an extra touch of refreshment. Create balance. Coffee as your morning spark, tea or herbal blends for your afternoon calm, and wholesome foods as your foundation. This isn't about quitting coffee, it's about redefining the relationship. That first sip can still be the warm embrace that starts your day right, but treat it like a dance, not a battle. 2 mindful cups are enough to keep your focus sharp and your energy alive without wearing down your body. Cross the line, and the buzz doesn't just fade, it drains you. Use it wisely, and coffee remains what it was meant to be. A faithful ally, not a silent enemy. There you have it. 5 silent killers that could be quietly draining your muscle strength day after day. The white bread on your breakfast plate, the glass of orange juice you trust for energy, the processed meats you enjoy for convenience, the raw spinach you heap into your salad, and that extra cup of coffee you rely on to stay awake. All may be working against the body you've spent a lifetime caring for. These everyday habits might seem harmless, yet they slowly chip away at the strength that keeps you moving freely, lifting with ease, and living life on your own terms. But the good news is, awareness brings power. Now you know how to fight back. With smarter swaps, better balance, and small, steady changes that protect your vitality. Your strength isn't lost. It's simply waiting for you to reclaim it. So take a moment to reflect. What insight from today surprised you most? Was it learning that juice isn't as innocent as it seems, or realizing that whole foods can rebuild what time has worn down? I'd love to hear what you've learned and how you'll apply it in your daily life. Wishing you continued health, happiness, and peace. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Healthy Aging Blueprint, for more practical guidance to help you stay strong and thrive at every stage of life.